Hi all, welcome to another Chess24 Banter Blitz. It's approaching that magic time, 11:30 AM UK time. So before we get into the games, let me just show you the voucher code you can use, Kingscrusher. So this voucher code is rather amazing. Magical powers 15% off premium. So chess24.com/premium, put in the voucher code Kingscrusher and you get 15% off. You get to play the likes of Magnus Carlsen if you want to challenge any of the streamers, including the world chess champion Magnus Carlsen. That's something to tell relatives and stuff. And other grandmasters and international masters, celebrities, and even bunnies like me you can play, so on Sunday. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to the challenges page. I hope audio and visual is okay. Let's have a look at the challenges now today. So first challenge is Karam Bands. Hi there. Okay, I'll play knight c6 and tango with e5. So I like this system. It provokes light square pawns adjacent dark square weaknesses. Audio and visual is okay, isn't it? Just let me know on the chat there. Should be, I hope. Okay, so d6. And here, yeah, maybe b6 to be able to play b takes. Okay. And here knight f4. Now maybe queen d7 here is interesting already. To consider queen g4. Okay. And if g5 here, trying to reinforce that, we'll use the g file. Okay. And if I play queen g4, so here if h3, knight takes h3 and queen takes f3, I have let the bishop cover f5 as well here, and it looks a little bit odd though, I must say. Am I threatening knight h3 check, if in any case anyway? Alright, so that's interesting as well. If I just take that, because if knight takes d3, so that's an interesting side attraction here. Okay. Can I try and get a pass pawn on takes a4? I think I want to have that mechanism. If I take her on an h5, or maybe just queen going back for a moment. If knight f5, queen d8, knight g7, king f8, it's getting a bit scary. Okay. I think I want queen d8. Or knight h3 coming up. Or queen e7, maybe queen e7 for queen f6. Right, queen f6 looks like a good square. So knight takes h3 might be on the cards here. I just realised though my knight on h6 is hanging. So this is not all good news, is it? Oh, crikey. Right, he didn't say that. Did I not wake up today properly? This does seem a bit of a weird game. Okay. Okay. Okay, I've got the coffee here. I don't know. Yeah, I've got the coffee here. This is the important thing about this particular game, to try and wake up. All right. Still seem rather solid. Can I just play for a4? That does seem a reasonable thing to want to do. But my counterplay isn't huge here, is it? Can I use the g-file with king e7, or do I get slaughtered on the queen side? There is bishop b5 as well to consider. Maybe my king needs to be on h8. I'll put my king, or bishop b5 to stop b5. Yeah, I'm not sure about any of this now. He could borrow with bishop f1 to unblockade. If I try and put my king away, can I? Can I try and put my king away? Oh, there's knight h5 check coming. I'm going into knight h5 soon. Oh boy. And there's queen b6 here as well. Alright, can I just play queen d8? This is looking ridiculous. Queen a7, queen d8. That would facilitate king g7, knight h5, king h8. Does it? And maybe rook g6 here. And just king g8. King g8. Might be okay. Okay. Queen e7 now. Okay, so there's an infiltration to be aware of. What about queen g5, trying to get the queens off? Or over here. It's looking a bit nasty. Queen g5 here. I've got some tactical ideas on c1. Okay. Actually, does that just give up the pawn? It does, doesn't it? Oh, I bet. It's just, oh, okay, didn't need to do that. Yeah, I'm struggling now, big time. Okay, all right, thanks. Yeah, no, I didn't like that at all. My position was in disarray. Trying to rearrange the disarray. I think. Let's try b3 here. See, does a6 get played immediately? Oh, they've got knight e5. Okay, just checking the water. So a3 here, otherwise knight b4. Okay. I was checking out a game recently, Lasker against won a brilliant game in this system early in his career with a double bishop sack. Can I emulate that? Knight e5. Knight c3 coming up. I'm not sure it matters about b4 too much, I would hope. Maybe knight e2 on b4. Okay, if I go here. And control e5 a little bit. Maybe g4 coming up for queen h6. G4 roundabout here. Knight g7, queen g3. Queen g3. Trying to hold e5. h4, h5? Or if it says g5, it does weaken that diagonal. h4, h5. Okay, there is that. And if I take that diagonal is actually going to be quite useful for my opponent, but maybe I should. Okay, just about knight b3. I'm holding that. Otherwise, knight b3, rook b3. Trying to cover knight e2 and knight f3. Upside here, my bishop's not blunted at least. I wonder h4, h5. h4, h5. And there's queen d5 coming. No, there isn't. There's bishop. There's queen c6. Bishop e4 though. I think I have bishop e4 anyway, or king h2. And there's knight f3 if he wants to pick up the exchange. Probably first thing is bishop e4 on queen c6. The thing is on king h2 there's knight f3 check there, potentially. If only I had, if I have two moves, you know, h5, h, oh there's knight e8. Okay, now there isn't knight e8, so I'm threatening h6. Which means now, you know, queen c6, king h2 is going to be handy. Alright, so h6 looks like, oh. Okay, that collapsed with that, yeah. I got to a comfortable position I like with the b3 there. Oh, that's a naughty nickname. This guy's being naughty here. To our king, King Magnus Carlsen. We have a wonderful king. Fantastic at all time controls. So maybe it's a good one for playing Magnus though. Bit naughty. Challenge Magnus on the Banter Blitz, I suppose. Okay, so FG, there's queen g3, but does it really matter? King f1? I hope it doesn't matter anyway. Queen g5, well there's the rook hanging now. But the f-file, I guess, is pretty dangerous. Immediately. It's only a 3-minute game. I'm just wondering if, well, if the knight moves, I take. But I'm going to be playing queen e1. Am I? Alright, just say that. Alright, I think that's good news. I mean, that's good news. Alright. Thanks for the game. Very naughty nickname there. Ducks. Hi there. Playing b3 today. And I'll try this gambit here, because I see the Dutch defence, and that needs to be punished in general when you see a Dutch defence. So, okay. How do I punish it? This might not be the most convincing at the moment. d4 and knight g e2. There was an idea with EF. I'm not sure exactly what it is, the idea. It seems to be just developing the opponent's piece from one perspective. But like a Pixar cartoon, there's multiple perspectives sometimes. I'm just trying to find the other ones. Okay. Something to do with the weaknesses? Maybe one day. Okay. h4, h5, clearly. The h pawn here in conjunction with a3, c4, knight c3. I'm not sure I want bishop b4 in this particular scenario, or do I? Fascinating. a3 and c4 for some reason spring to mind. To sort of treat it like maybe a reverse French defense, but hasn't he got bishop d6? Okay, so I'm going to let him damage my dark squares a bit. Double pawns. Or there's a safer route, would have been knight f1 to e3. Alright, this route's very strange. Is there rook h3, bishop f5? Yes, I'm not sure about this. But, okay. He's always going to have queen e3 here. Okay, I'll protect that actually for a moment. What about knight c3 or a4 for bishop a3? That's a bit cheap, isn't it? Well, I think the diagonal's worth exploring because he hasn't got a dark square bishop counterpart. So maybe it's not that. It's got something to it. It's got something behind it. Bishop a3. It's got a theoretical model that he hasn't got the dark square bishop counterpart. So knight c3, bishop a3. His d5, I mean, d5 is very strong. Okay, I'll play that now. No, hang on. There's that. d4 drops. Okay. Alright, very good. Okay. Knight c3, rook, oh, blimey. d5 for bishop a3, maybe that's the way. d5 and then bishop a3. And there's always a check. There's always a check on c5. Knight a3 to c2. If knight b4 c5, I will pick out the knight surely. I don't want to interrupt the bishop. So knight b4, I think c5. I think knight c2. If e3 knight takes, this looks rather awkward, this position though. Maybe this is actually not bad, knight a3, because c5 and knight c4. Alright, c5 anyway, yeah. So disconnecting and queen takes b4. On queen g3, queen c3, there's e3 though there. And there might be some threats. If he just keeps on the diagonal, it's not that easy, is it? Or is it queen e1? Maybe queen e1. Alright, queen e3, queen f2. If queen goes back, queen h4, keep around on dark squares. Queen c7, queen h4. Or not, as the case may be. Bishop c1. Bishop e3, queen d5. Bishop e3. No. Queen d5, there's bishop c4. Pinning the queen. Okay. Alright, there's takes here for bishop c4 anyway. I can just take that, bishop c4. No, I can't. It's check. Bishop takes is check. Why not take this move order? Bishop c4 is better. And now there's queen e3, right? Because of that pin knight. There's queen e3, or there's rook f8 first. Alright, I think queen e3, there's rook f1, king f1, rook check, king g1. I should still be in a safe place. No? Bishop d2 now? That gives me the option of rook up. This knight's not doing anything. I'm going to take this guy off. And if I just try and simplify, on knight c2 you can just take there. If I just simplify, then he's got things like queen. Okay, this is still nasty, isn't it? Is there queen e5 trying to sort of minimize counterplay? Do I have queen e5? Well, I hope I have queen e5. You can stay on this f file. Maybe there. Oh, there's rook f1. The bishop's holding f1. Queen f7, rook f1. I can play. Maybe I can play. Oh, all right. I have a chance for bishop d5 here without bishop e4 being reinforced with a pawn soon. Is it worth actually? All right, I'll take that off. Take that. It's been greedy. Or is it? So bishop e4 is a big threat. There's queen d6 here for a moment, and then there's queen f4. So I need queen f8, queen f2. So bishop e4, queen f8. I think I have a chance soon, surely, for rook f1, or is it too dangerous? Bishop f4 for g3. I mean, there's rook e2 as well on the cards. Okay. Okay, if I just play rook f1 for a moment. Maybe rook e2, rook f2. Alright, there's rook f8 check here. Well, there's queen h2. Well, there's rook f2. Rook f2, queen d1, king h2, queen h5. Well, there's queen h2. Just hold on with queen h2 for a moment. Actually, I haven't got that many seconds left. What about this knight not doing anything? Knight c4 to e5. Right, g4 here or g3? Oh, knight c3 would be something. Yeah, that was getting pretty tricky, actually. Very, very tricky. Okay. Chess Beast Austria. Let's try b3 today. I think now I will vary with e4 in the next game. I think a bit of variance in the next game coming up. I'm going to play with the polite knight f3 here. So it's more positional. It's like a reverse Queen's Engine defense as it goes here. This looks like reverse Queen's Engine defense. Also, the dreaded Gardner system springs to mind. This guy called Gardner beat myself and Alex in successive rounds in the Swiss tournament. Alex found it hilarious, so did I. Actually, we both found it kind of hilarious. We lost to this opening where it didn't seem mainline, but we both lost horribly to someone called Gardner. Anyway, yeah, that's a story, okay, from the past. Yeah, this is kind of weird. Okay, anyway. So, hilarious. So, you had to be there, really. Okay, so knight d3, f3. Okay, well, knight e4. What about knight c2? Knight e4. This does have a passiveness to it, this particular position. I don't really see why it's any good to play this opening in this from this example. Okay, this example's not very nice at the moment. So knight e4. Knight e4, just as passive as anything else. I'm controlling d4, I suppose. Right, he does leave a weak pawn there, doesn't he? If I play queen d3, I'm looking forward to take this pawn. This might be something. Have I actually over-provoked my opponent here? With this uninspiring opening. So bishop takes d4. Well, that does weaken e6. Haven't I got rook e6 on the cards? I'm trying to build a positional advantage here at this rate. Okay. So something like, okay, I'm on that pawn. Okay, he can pin with rook b3. That is annoying. Okay, queen d4 here for bishop b4 and then bishop d6. If f5, maybe I take there and then e7 after. So rook a3, bishop b4. That gives me bishop d6. Or does it? Is there queen e6? Is there a back row issue? No, my queen is on a1, but it's not on b1. But anyway, yeah. Actually, that does mean that queen e6 is possible. Isn't that? In that... Oh, crikey. It turns out here, it seems, queen d6. Right, if he takes there, queen e7. If he takes here, I've got e7 coming up. Bishop f8, e7. And if queen e6 check with the queen. So in other words, not bishop d6, queen e6, but queen d6 might be plausible. Is that? Alright, I'm going to try it. I hope this is correct. Alright, I'm hoping e7. Okay. But my back row's got to move, get some air for the king here. Okay, it's already too late for air for the king, isn't it? Bishop c5, a2, bishop d4, rook b1. There is king f1 there. I remember a puzzle like this. You have to play king f1. Bishop, hang on, I can improve that. Bishop f6, a2, king f1. Hang on, I can improve that. Yes, can I? I think the key thing is to be in a position where this is protected on e1. Right. Now, c5. c5. Right. Put this over here. Somewhere. Controlling a1. So in fact, actually that rook stops the king. So I can go with c6 soon. c6. c7. Thanks. Yeah, I think a puzzle position came to my rescue there. How do I sort out this construction? The key thing is you need your rook protected. You need to control A1 just in time. Okay. Always blame the mouse. Hi there. I'll treat it like a sort of Nimzowingian style position. Right. So, potential blockade. Alright, that seems... I'm going to have to retract that move, actually. I won 97, yeah, I've just realised. Yeah, I think I need to retract that last move. So 97 here. So maybe, you know, the problem with knight c5 sometimes is d4, but maybe it's not a problem. I just take on e4. That Nimzovichian knight blockade in front of the double pawns. So I wrote an interesting Quora answer about Nimzovich for prophylaxis earlier in the week, and actually it did make me think that a lot of the elements he just gave an angle of prophylaxis on. So even central occupation is a kind of form of prophylaxis, because you're sort of making prevention for the opponent to do something very exciting if you control the center. So in that regard, it's a sort of form of prophylaxis. All these prevention methods, but the classic is blockade. But the more mundane is even like central control. So let's see. Knight takes f5, bishop takes f5. But anyway, so I've got the classic knight in front of the double pawns restraint. Having to respond to that tactic. Now what happens though? Is the position going to open up in my favour? E takes is threatened, isn't it? Knight takes, bishop takes. There's d3. If I go here or here, king h7. There might be bishop e4. This one looks safer, maybe. Stay away from the light squares. Alright, I can just about play e takes here, right? Can I? Queen, I don't know if, like, queen d6. Queen d6. Not something else. Okay. What? Okay, that sharpens things up, doesn't it? It's a pain. I don't like things being sharpened that much. Is knight... Okay, knight d7 loses a piece. ED, CD, I'm straightening out his pawns. But there might be worse things about this. Yeah, it looks as though I've got tactical issues. let's just take on e3 and then knight d7. He's going to have a strong bishop. But he's going to have a strong bishop anyway, right? I could leave the pawns doubled and knight b7 this, not to interfere with the bishop. If he takes that, it's a sort of... I get the c5 square back. Maybe this is the best. Just this weird thing. Temporary pawn sack. And I'll keep these double pawns. Queen e7 and get the c5 square after. If I dissolve is on... Okay. Okay. It's queen g5 here. Because on knight takes, bishop takes, I'm on his rook. That tempo gain might be important. D takes, I mean, he's still weakening c5. Rook h3 is very dangerous though. g4, knight g4. What about king h7 or g6? What about simply g6? Rook h3. g6, there's maybe g4. Well, there's always knight h6 actually. So what about knight d6? If d takes, take it from there. Okay, so d takes. Okay, I think I'm confusing him and confusing myself at the same time now. I think he could have just taken that pawn. Alright, so this is just getting a bit crazy now. Okay. There is g4 if he wants. There's g4 at any time. Okay. There's no bishop b2 there, right? There's knight e2 coming up. That was quite the simplification. I'm threatening knight e2. I'm 2 pawns down. But I'm threatening knight e2. If king f2, rook b1. If bishop d2, rook b2. If bishop e3 there, knight e4 check. Well, there's knight e4 check here. Winning this rook. Yeah, that was crazy. No, I didn't know what anything about that. I don't know. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Let's try and minimize my own downsides here. I've got an experiment to play out, a hypothesis. This might work out very badly. I just want to minimize my own downsides. I got beaten up in a tournament during the week. I was doing well in the first half against relative bunnies, and then I got demolished in the second half, to the point I actually started thinking, what could I have done different? I'm thinking maybe more solid. So here, I'm going to try and play solid with the minimization of my own downsides. I don't know if this is going to be stylistically different. Let's knight e7 to f5. In other words, don't play like Plaskett, play like Watson if it's an English Olympiad match. So a6, b5, queen e6, b5, b5, a4, b4. Is b5 plausible? a5, b4, a4, b4. Alright, seems fairly solid. Solid at the moment. Is it fair to call it solid at the moment? Bishop a6 might be handy. Alright, so g6, king g7. Right, there's knight e4 maybe trying to undouble, or knight e7. This knight on e5 is a real pain. Maybe h5, h4, h3 is interesting. Right, so knight e4, there's rook c7. I want h3 first. Would he actually have his pawns doubled? Any like bishop a6 to c4, I'm interrupting the rook on c7. I think if I have this pawn on h3 here, and say g takes or g3, knight e4, rook c7, bishop a6 friends, bishop c4, for queen takes c7. Has he got a tactical idea here? Like knight f5. Is there a tactical idea? This is my one tactic, to basically lure this rook to c7 for bishop a6 to c4. It's a tempo gainer there, and it's a disconnection here to c7. Okay. And he's got rook c6, but the rook is protecting there. Yeah, he's got rook c6. Okay. Oh, hang on. Queen d8. Okay. He was on f6. Does it turn into a disaster after that? Okay. Gonna find out. Otherwise, I've got bishop c4 coming up. So rook c6, queen d8, rook f6, queen f6. Hang on. Rook f6. There's queen c7. Right. So he's bypassed the tactic over there. Bishop b7 here. He just takes that. Bishop c4, he just takes that. Knight e4 might be a good safety move, unless there's knight g6 coming up. Knight g6, fg, that looks nasty. Right. Rook c8 in the circumstance here. Before any knight g6, rook c8, does that dissolve some of the pressure? Does he really? He takes that, I assume. Does he take that? Because otherwise, I've got tactics with that form. I would have tactics with the form pawn. Muppets. Okay, takes that. Fun kill. I was thinking there's tactics with that. Rook c8 here. He's just going to reinforce with queen c2. That's mostly pointless. King g6, king g7, is that mostly pointless? Was there a rook h8 point to it? No, there isn't a rook h8 because of f7. Yeah, I'm under huge pressure because of that knight on e5, basically. I think I'm in denial. This knight on e5 is causing me denial that it really is there. His rooks are really putting pressure on f6, f7. I don't know exactly how I would minimize my own downsides here. There might be enough to cause my downfall already. What does that do, though? Is he just waiting for knight e4 because of rook g6? Because of that pin. I can't really parry these rooks. Can I? I could just try bishop c4 and then queen d5. I'm going to run out of time here. I wonder if I should try this. To get rid of that knight on e5. Sack a pawn to get rid of the knight on e5. He's got b3 if he just wants the nudge. Or maybe bishop f1 there. So I'm thinking knight c4, dc, queen c4, queen d5. If b3, I'll probably take on f1. But it's still a position I can't really move much here because of these rooks. So if I'm tactically alive still, okay, there isn't a knockout blow then. He's not playing it, if there is one. Alright, queen g6 coming up. And try and unpin here. Or is it too late? I think it might be too late. King h6. That doesn't seem very convincing. No, this doesn't seem very good. He's used that foul against me. No, I think this is hopeless. This pin in particular makes this really hopeless. That didn't work out very well. As an experiment, this didn't work out very well. I think I have to resign. It's just yeah, I can't see. The pressure is just immense. Yeah, there's too much. What does the engine probably says plus 100. It's just too much pressure there. That didn't work. I didn't like that game. Yeah, plus 10. I think h3 maybe all backfired actually. Around here, no, even this actually. Bishop e6. Bishop e6. Mind you, this it reckons was okay for a moment. Oh, hang on. Oh, maybe. Okay, so if I'd taken that, what's going on here anyway? Queen a6. And if here. And Queen e2. Okay, that's interesting. Rook b5. Okay, the rooks are not so amazing if they have to be contorted like this. Yeah. So, did I have a chance to do that then? Tactically, it seems. H takes g3. All right. It seems as though there's moves here. Rook ac8. The rooks, I think, got really awesome situation there with the two rooks. Yeah. I don't think I played my right. I don't. I'm not sure I like the way I played there. It was very defensive, actually. Yeah. Okay. I think the problem that it just means the opponent can sometimes just build up a ton of attacking pressure. I don't really like playing defensively, and it didn't really help at all. Okay. I'm not going to play for a cheap out. I'm resisting the urge for Queen e2. Okay. So I drop the bishop back for a moment. Bishop g3. Well, the thing is, Isn't there knight b5? I was looking at that a little bit earlier. Just knight b5 is a tempo gainer. One has to factor in those tempo gainers sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Okay, factor in those tempo gainers, I think, very important. Very, very. Otherwise, disasters can happen in Blitz. Okay. Olaf. I'm playing this knight f3 because there's a trap here I've been meaning to try out. Not in the normal Caro-Kann, in the two knights, which Fischer used to play and then abandoned against Caro-Kann in the middle of his career for some other stuff. Apparently, I was checking it out recently. But he did start with the two knights versus the Caro-Kann defense, and funny enough, it seems against the Caro-Kann, he was the most experimental with white. He was maybe undecided, didn't really know. But against the French defense, 99.99% of games, Fischer would choose the winner of a variation. So I found out this interesting trivia during the week as part of a Quora answer. So yeah, 99% of the time, we're talking from the beginning like to the end of Fischer's career, he sorted out the winner versus the French, and the Caro-Kann just goes crazy. It starts with the two knights. In the middle, there's exchange variations, panel bottom attack, all sorts. And then at some point, he goes back to d3 against King's Indian attack style against the Caro-Kann. I found that fascinating anyway. How there's, I don't know, some sort of, he's not convinced about something against the Caro-Kann. But the winner, I think he's happy, Fischer was happy to pick up the dark square bishop and have the double pawns. Only once playing the Tarrasch. So I think these fascinating stats I just checked out recently. Okay. But yeah, the two knights defense, I covered one of his fantastic games against Petrosian, the Four Queens game, which is approaching at the moment 1 million views on YouTube. I managed to do the annotation equivalent of Killing Me Softly in terms of the huge number of variations, endless. I don't know, I think I was possessed that morning to analyze it in such depth as if I was analyzing a very important world championship game or something. But anyway, it's getting to over 1 million views. The downside is it's like a constant flurry of abuse. Like, why don't you just stick to the game? What is all this endless variation crap? Well, why can't you just? Why is this so boring? Why can't you just play the game? So I've had this endless abuse over this Fischer Petrosian draw. It wasn't even a decisive game, right? It had four queens in it, and the YouTube algorithm, being the advanced AI it is, seems to think the video is great, but I've just done the music equivalent of Killing Me Softly with the variations, and I keep getting this abuse. It's like it was every day at one point for how much I analysed this game. Yeah. Anyway, so okay. I didn't realise I was feeding the YouTube algorithm. I think I just genuinely wanted to analyse the game in some depth. But they have had more exciting, draws than that one in a way. But it did have four queens in it. I'm under pressure here, aren't I? Basically, big pressure. Is Queen f3 or Bishop f3? b4. These knights look skewerable. If I have them on the c file, there's a king behind them. I have to do something to skewer these knights, I think, as punishment for my opponent taking time out to win my h5 pawn. So D takes and B5. Or bishop f3 here. Maybe a bishop f3 for g4. Clinging on to that pawn on h5. So Fischer played this game, I think that Four Queens game, in a ridiculously painful, drawn-out candidates tournament. I think they had to play each other 6 times each or something ridiculous. I think the Russians versus Fischer or something. I think I was inspired as well with the Russians versus Fischer as a book on that. Okay, so here I think I'm getting stuffed actually. I still have a feeling I'm getting stuffed now. Is that feeling because I'm getting stuffed? I think it is. My queen side has been dislocated. Queen e1 to c1. This is very grovelly. Alright, I'm holding things at the moment, but am I? King g2 maybe. Looks as though he could put loads of pressure on my position. Well, there's rook takes b2 here as a tactic. I wonder if that's worth, yeah. For queen b4, I was looking at earlier, but it wasn't the right configuration for it. It's good to note these forcing moves. Then the configuration just happens for some reason, sometimes to materialize where the forcing move works. A little bit anyway. I think it works a little bit. So if I play check here, take that pawn with check. Or am I just helping my opponent for rook b8? What about rook e1 instead? I think rook e1. I don't want to help my opponent with rook b8 when he's got a passed pawn like that. Right, knight d2 to b3. Knight d2 is actually a rather sensible looking move for knight b3. If b1, then I take and a knight a5. Alright, there's knight c4 actually, if I want to be more tactical here. To avoid rook c2, knight c4. That gives me knight d6. Alright, there's a pass pawn over there as well. And there's also a bishop e2 resource here. Bishop e2 is crucial to pin that rook. Otherwise b1 is emphasized. Alright, yeah, I think I got a bit lucky with that tactic there. In another way, seemingly dead queenside, dislocated queenside. Okay, so knight c3 now. Well, this looks like an attacking opening. And what's my opponent on other time controls? He's quite good or not? Not that good. Okay. Can I win on time, in other words? I'm just checking the bullet profile. Okay. Can I win on time? Or something? I'm just, if it did come down to a bullet clash at the end, I'm just thinking in advance, okay. Getting the dossier out on my opponent, strengths and weaknesses. But he's already thinking here, is there a knockout tactical blow already? He's tempting me for this. Maybe there's something wrong with it, like King G8 Knight. There's something wrong with it. He's like tempting me. Why would he do that? I'm tempted just to ignore it. I don't want to indulge strange, dynamic, aggressive pawn structures, which I don't really know about. Can I not just try and keep it simple here? So I've got rid of my bad bishop in a way. It's like playing a king's engine in a way, potentially. If I put the rook back, then surely there's queen e1, f5 coming up. Oh, he's not really going to take, is he? Alright, I think I'm getting comfort here. After queen e1, queen h4. In a comfortable looking position, I mean. So bishop h6, knight g5 looks fairly like a formula one would follow. Bishop h6, knight g5. It looks good, I think. Bishop h6, knight g5. Okay, maybe h3 for g4 then. How quickly is he going to use the h file against me? Is it likely or not likely? Because otherwise, g4, g5, f6 looks very nice. Okay, he can hit me on e4, but g5, I've got the queen protecting e4 if he plays knight c5. Later, I would hope I've still got a little bit of time here to play g5. Or is there some major piece sack? Maybe there's a piece sack coming. Because otherwise f6 looks kind of tasty. Doesn't it? Right, so bishop e3. Rook f2. Rook g1. Would give me knight e2 to g3 takes h5. With some build up with these rooks potentially. Is he going to sack on f6? Do I need to be concerned about a sack on f6? What if I played b4 first before moving this knight away from e4? He moves the knight. Then I play knight e2. Okay, I'm going to do this. Because I want knight e2 to g3 takes h5. I'm going to do that for knight d5. That'd be a bonus to get a knight on d5 here. Let's get a knight on d5. Knight e4, queen e4. Maybe c4 coming up. Is there b5 there? I'm threatening knight e7 check immediately, am I? c4, b5. Knight e7, there's king h7. Try and reinforce here with c4. That d5 knight. Right. Is he going into somewhere horrible? Protect c4 for a moment. Right. Knight d2. What about this knight? Is that loose or something? Can I hit with rook c3? Try and encourage that knight to go away. Okay, if I take here, oh, that's horrible. For e4, knight take. If I take on c5, then take on f4. Alright, I want to make sure his pieces don't get completely liberated by trying to win just a pawn. How would I do that here? Rook c2? Alright, keep everything protected. Oh, he's going to end up winning material here. I suppose he's winning material, you know, with knight d3. Rook c3. I take on f4. His bishop's actually blunted. Why would I be so worried if I took there and played maybe e5? And now I'll come back. Alright, rook d1, knight e1, queen f2 here. King g2. Is that really convincing? Queen g2. He hasn't got d3. Oh, okay. Do I need to think about this? King e2. Quick rook e3, king d2. Alright, it's a bit scary, actually. I don't like it that much. Oh, hang on. What I can do is a rook c3 arrangement. If he repeats, there's rook c3 here. Disconnecting stuff. Alright, yeah. Okay, I could see potential disasters there. Yeah, yeah. Thanks. Am I going to get punished for playing the open variation as a Sicilian? It is only a 3-minute game. I should have maybe not indulged these very, very sharp variations, which I know nothing about. Sometimes I feel like that. So queen d2, castle queenside looks as though alright, I'll come over here. I am worried because I've got weaknesses everywhere, haven't I? Oh, he's got knight c4 as well. Am I creating too many weaknesses? e4's weak. Alright. Try and do something about e4. Somehow. Oh, let's just create more weaknesses for fun. Or what about queen e2? Queen e2 for queen c4. Is that sensible? It does hold e4 from a fairly awkward manner. Rather than g2, it goes into sort of pin. From there I'm holding e4. h5 and g6. Is this... Now that I've started something on this, I'm trying to undermine this pawn chain for fun. Okay. It seems there's a logic to it. E5. Well, there's queen g2 mate. That's a bit of a snag. If I take and then e5, I lose my queen. That's another snag. If I played rook e2 for a moment. Okay, let's not lose immediately. Rook e2 covers g2. Okay, the d5 square, is that significant? Hang on, what about bishop c5? Uh-huh. Well, this is interesting. I think I need c3 to blunt that bishop. That would have been nice anyway. Is he going to give me his two bishops to take a pawn there? Otherwise c4. c4's on the way. Oh, fork. Alright, thanks, yeah. Yeah. Blunder Panda. Okay, hi there, Blunder Panda. Oh, this is one of those bishop g5, early bishop g5 test. Is it not? It's not. It was going to be bishop g5 test. Because sometimes after bishop g5 there's bishop e7, as I've discovered playing an IM recently. Not that recently, but yeah. Okay, so h6, d6, king h7, d6, rook b8 to start off with, king h7, d6. Do I need to sort of unpin with if I play d6, there's f5 coming up. Is there? Alright, it's too late. Is it? It's looking nasty. I have to be able to play f6, I think. It's looking rather nasty. f5. Having to play f6 is horrible, isn't it? But I don't see too many options. I do get the perk of d5 later, don't I? Queen e2. Oh, there's knight f5 hitting the bishop. That's three pieces. No. Is that? What is this? Is this working? Is rook f7 working? It's a bishop being sacrificed here. Okay, give the knight back with bishop f5 on knight e7. What do I do? Also, well, queen a4. It's the bishop over here. Queen a4. Wow. Queen a4. I was looking at queen b5. Listen, no, it's queen a4. Knight e7. That's cheeky, isn't it? I'm going to lose the tempo giving up a knight. Might as well do it in style to hit something. Well, the most solid might be rook f6 here, because if queen e7, queen h4, if bishop f6, bishop f6, g6 is covered by my knight. Isn't this the most solid? Two pieces again for, you know, it's a good deal. Right, okay. Check, and then knight f5, queen f7. I don't know. Bishop f5. This queen f7 looks a total pain. Isn't there just king g7, self-service king safety? Rook e7 is on the way. I think a central queen might help things anyway. So king g7, actually, if that makes things less terrifying, king g7 here, rook e7, bishop e7, queen g6 is less terrifying, isn't it? Is king g7 really the way to play this? What about just knight f5 if queen f7, knight g7? If rook f1, I don't want to lose on time here either. But this looks interesting for knight g7 for a moment, doesn't it? Queen f7, knight g7. And there's rook e8. There's bishop e6 there. On rook e8. As rook takes e6. There's queen b6 here. For a moment. Tempo gainer. I think I want to target my opponent's king because I'm fed up with all this defense. Bishop b7, I'll try to target the king on this g2 somehow. Bishop b7 with queen c6. Okay, where does the queen go? On f7, is there bishop e6? It's got queen f6. Right, if I try bishop b7 there, I'm looking at g2. So queen c6 after. Queen f7, bishop b7 gives me an option of queen c6. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna love pointing this bishop in this case. I'm fed up with all this defense. Yeah, so bishop b7 here. Bishop b7. It also covers e8. It looks logical to play this. To cover e8 a bit more. And to play queen c6. In fact, there might be bishop g2 on the cards already. Potentially. I doubt it. Queen c6 coming up. Force a defensive move here from my opponent. Right, so bishop d4. Alright, there's no queen f5 anyway. I've got queen g6 if needed anyway. Queen g6 here. Right, this looks good with the bishops. Alright, thanks. Yeah, that was so. Quick check on something. Did I actually find a good move? Or was it really, really bad as it looked? Black's much better. What is the move? Queen a4! I managed to find a computer move, queen a4. Queen a4 is the move, it seems. No, hang on, I didn't find it anyway. No, I played that. Okay. Rook f7 is reasonable, but here, queen a4 is the move. I'm quite pleased for this finding. Rook f6 is the move. Queen d4 check is reasonable. Okay, I found a few resources there. Nearly running out of time though. Thanks. All right, Brandon. This might have to be the last game. Try this 2 knights against Coracon with b6. Interesting. All right, I'll go for a King's Indian attack. Instead, shunning this bishop exchange. So a4, it's an interesting use of the queenside castle there. Can I not open anything up on the queenside? But also, it appears as though knight d4 to e6 is crushing visually in this situation for some reason. Knight e6 looks very, very juicy, more than normally. Knight e6. How on earth does black defend the e6 square here? So b4. That bishop doesn't look too happy. I can cement my knight with d5 surely. Queen d2. Alright, I'm being attacked. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. g4, h4, h4, g4. This is a little trick I've picked up called keeping the position as close as possible for dear life. Okay. So d5. D5. Okay. F8. That should be useful. Come on. That should be useful to me. No? E5. Oh, come on. This is gorgeous, isn't it? This bishop against the queen. It must be done. It must be done to open up this bishop. No. Okay. Right, this B file. I'm looking at these files and these diagonals. Bishop A3. Bishop A3. Bishop A3. What does Bishop A3 do? Keep this closed. It's time to give up that night, I think. It was interesting while it lasted that night. Farewell. Night. Okay. So if I take on E5, I'll give him loads of counterplay. Why don't I just do this to hit G5 and C5? Right now, Bishop E5. Knight C5 actually is rather juicy, isn't it? I've ruled out Queen D6. Queen D8. Knight A6. This looks juicy. Yeah, Knight A6. This looks nasty. Something's gone wrong here for black. I think something's gone wrong here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay. All right. Yeah. Just to reinforce, by the way. Yeah. If you want 15% off voucher code Kingscrusher, you can challenge even the world chess champion. You just come 20 to 30 minutes ideally before and send your challenge. Goes on our queues, challenge queues. Fantastic system there, worked out. So Kingscrusher voucher code at Chess24 Premium. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this week. And see you next week. Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much.